right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Acing AP Exams Live. I'm your host, Dr. Joe Sebastian, the founder of Supported Tutoring and the Facebook group, the free Facebook group for parents of high school students in AP subjects, Acing AP Exams. Welcome to our weekly live stream, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. We're getting ready to roll. We host a live stream every week inside this channel where we go over various topics for AP courses, exams, and other tips and tricks to help your students succeed. Now, my background's been education for 15 plus years. I've been a public school teacher, a history teacher. I've been a adjunct professor helping teachers become teachers. And I have a doctorate in educational leadership, and currently I'm a high school administrator. Very, very passionate about helping kids prepare for exams. Got back into tutoring and test prep during the pandemic and started my own business during that time. And over the past 3 years, we've helped hundreds of students ace their AP exams. And when we say ace AP, we don't just mean threes. Threes passing. Acing is with fours and fives because that is the score you need to earn free college credit. And if you're new to AP, if you're new to America, or you're just new to high school education in general, AP is a national program curriculum set forth by the College Board, and that College Board sets very high standards for the rigorous exams and the courses. Students take cumulative exams at the end of their high school year, and those exams, if they score high enough, particularly fours and fives, can earn them 3, 4, 6, sometimes 8 college credits at different colleges and universities. That has the potential to save thousands of dollars in tuition. Now, you might be wondering, well, how does AP history mean anything if my child is going to go into a STEM career? It means a lot because chances are your student will have the first 2 years of college will be general electives, general credits in order to get into the school of medicine or engineering. And those are the baseline requirements for all students to graduate. Most schools require about 120 credits to graduate from college. And a lot of those initial credits are your histories, your Englishes, and some other electives. And knocking those out early can not only get you, your student, your child, through college faster, but it also can get done more affordable. So every week we go live to help understand those strategies and the importance of it. And tonight we're going to talk about AP history. Something, if you've been following us for a while, know that we used to be called athletes in AP history. I'm a former history teacher. It's something I'm very passionate about. But, the new school year has come upon us, and we are looking at a lot of students who are early struggling in AP history on figuring out how best to study effectively and how to do it where they can save their GPAs, maintain high GPAs, and also eventually ace that AP exam. So if you're watching live right now, you're watching the replay, let us know what subject, history subject or subject AP your child is taking so we can continue to produce content for that. But if you're watching at home and your child's an AP history student, let us know. Type what history in the comments below right now, especially if you're on YouTube or Facebook. And I'll try to gear the conversation around you. We'll have a little time for question and answering. But right now we're going to go over the ultimate guide for acing AP exams. And this is something I will give away free on Friday as part of our replay as well. Excuse me. So we're going to get right into it. This is the first day we're debuting our new setup here, so taking me a second to get used to the cameras. But so kind of go over the ultimate guide for acing APs. Now, we do have a tutoring program. We have a coaching program. It's unlike anything else out there. We debuted it a while ago, and it's actually called AP University. Pretty cool. I'll talk about it later. That's not what I'm here to promote right now. But I want to talk about the 3 pillars of success that are built around our coaching program so as you understand where this guide is coming from. Number 1 is accountability. I believe in holding kids accountable, ensuring students are on track and they're actually learning the material that they need to be successful in their course. 2 is confidence. We want to build confidence in skills because that is what the tests measure. And when you have the skill set and the confidence, you actually end up scoring a lot higher. And then obviously excellence, perfecting that technique, demonstrating excellence on courses and exams is crucial to success in these AP history courses. And we'll talk about that through that. So if you're new to AP exams, AP history, we talked about what AP is, but we'll mention again, it stands for Advanced Placement. It is the only national curriculum the United States has. As of this year, 2024, students can take over 38 courses under different disciplines. There is the AP Capstone Diploma Program, there's arts, there's English, there's history and social sciences, there's math, and there's sciences and world languages. All of these AP exams are going digital this year, minus the world languages, so that is something that is new. The SAT and the ACT have gone digital, and most state exams are gone digital. The AP exams are going digital as well. So taking AP courses can earn you those college credit that we mentioned for. And so the first thing we need to know to be successful for your AP classes is understanding the format of your AP exam. You want to get familiar with that structure. So for AP history specifically, the format is there's 2 sections. Each section has 2 parts. Section 1, part 1 is the multiple choice questions. So if your child's in AP history, they've probably already had a multiple choice quiz, but that quiz represents what's going to be in front of them in the exam, which is 55 multiple choice questions in 55 minutes. That's only one part of the test, and that is worth 40% of their grade on the AP exam. The second part of part 1 is the short answer question. They have to answer 3 short answer questions, each having 3 short answers to it, total of 9 short paragraph responses. That is worth 20% of their exam. And then there is the DBQ and the LEQ for part 2. The DBQ stands for document-based question. That is worth 25% of their score. And the LEQ stands for long essay question or long answer question. And that is worth 15% of their score. Students have about 2.5 hours to take the exam. But knowing that, I want to point out the number one gap that we see in AP history is that students spend a lot of time learning content. They don't spend enough time practicing writing. Think about it. If 60% of their exam score is based on writing, chances are they're not spending 60% of their class time practicing writing. So that's something that we do immediately is focus on perfecting students' writing. So the other things I'll hit on today, I'm going to go through this guide pretty quickly here, is time management. So time management on a test is one thing, but time management for studying is another thing. So how students study is very, very important. If your student is struggling, you'll see I have a lot of books in the background. A student is struggling reading the textbook. The textbooks are dense, they are complex, and they're not really that interesting. And sometimes students have a hard time with the homework assigned. Sometimes there's multiple pages assigned at night. Students are forced to take a ton of notes or read it. And students have a hard time keeping up with understanding what is going on. So if that sounds like you, if that sounds like your child, the number one thing I recommend is grab yourselves a copy of Princeton Review's AP History book. So either AP Euro, AP US, AP World, because that book will summarize the content in easily to understand material. Now, what you're going to do with that, we use it for test prep, but we also use it to support students all year round. What I want students to do is to get ahead of their material. So if they have homework assigned for the weekend, they should read that book first, because that book's going to outline and summarize in a really concise manner what they're about to learn. Then go into their textbook, because it will be a lot easier to understand, and that study guide, that study book will actually give you a pretty good understanding of what notes you should be taking. So that's number one. Also in that book, and another good book I recommend, is 500 multiple choice questions from 5 Steps to a 5 in McGraw-Hill. Both these books I'm recommending. If you want the Amazon links, just type links in the comment and I'll drop it in there. But both those books I recommend, I'll tell you, are about $30 investment on Amazon. It's probably the best investment you can make outside of joining AP University for your child if they're struggling with AP history. The time management is important, but also practicing multiple choice questions is important too, because the multiple choice questions are not content regurgitation. Those multiple choice questions are skill based. And so they are taking what you know about history, applying it to new knowledge, and answering those questions. And if students aren't prepared to answer those questions, they are going to struggle. One big thing I want to hit on is telling is not teaching. If students are getting lecture-based instruction and then just taking notes from their textbooks at home, that is not necessarily good learning. They're not doing anything with it. Active learning and having students work with the materials is something we want to see and something we want to practice. So that is also very, very important. I give a whole breakdown of how the test is structured in this guide and some key concepts and periods to pay attention to. But the main thing that I will say right now with students struggling is either have a better way of processing the material, understanding how to study. So those note-taking strategies that we talked about will be in this guide. Understanding how to read the book effectively, it will be in this guide as well. And then on top of that, practicing the multiple choice questions. Once we have that, then we can move into writing. Writing comes from our different guides. If you want any of our guides, type in either SAQ, DBQ, or LEQ in the comments, and I'll send you a free copy of one of ours. But that is also important as well. The strategies we'll get into to writing, but this guide gives basically everything on that. And so last year alone, we were able to get 70% of our students in these AP history courses to get a 4 or 5, which is 3 times higher than the national average, which is awesome. And about 91% of our students scored above a 3 in our various programs. So not only will this guide have an understanding of how to do AP history, it's also going to give you tips and tricks on volume of work, time and time management, free response questions, and of course the multiple choice questions, as well as understanding the course material. So that is a 126 page guide. I think 126 page guide, a PDF. We'll send it right to you. All you have to do is type guide in the comments. We'll also have a replay up of this video, so you can get that later, and we'll also send you that guide as well. But I want to pause here and ask if there's any questions specifically to AP history or any AP course that I can help better understand. This guide we do actually make people purchase as part of one of our lead magnets, and for you guys it's completely free. So if you have any questions below, go ahead and type comments. But that is going to be guide will be coming out this week to better understand AP history. Let me see here. Any comments? Okay, so another link I'll propose is tomorrow is our AP History Night for Inside AP University. It's a place where students can get live instructional help in our group class setting for every AP History course, on top of have access to all of our Zooms throughout the year for all of our other AP subjects. Right now, we are doing a free 7-day trial inside AP University, followed by a $97 a month, no commitment subscription. Students have access to all of our resources, all of our tips and tricks, and most importantly, all of our AP instructors to ask questions and live support throughout the weeks. So if you would like that link, let us know in the comments below. Type APU, and we will send it over to you. And I want to wish everyone a great Wednesday and strong week. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.